on where are we at? Facebook and Zoom all together. So let's get this party started. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, why are you here? And this is a question that you have to really, really slow down and have a conversation with you. This is what I call self-inventory. And if you don't do self-inventory, I'm writing a new book right now, and I've been extraordinarily distracted this year, probably more than I've ever been distracted in my life. I got a really nice deal with the world's largest publishing company. And one of the things that I teach on more so than anything else is mindset. And I know me. And here's the thing. You have to know you. The worst thing that you could do with you is say, I want to be successful, and then you lie to yourself. You can't say, I want to be successful. I want this to work. I want great things to come my way. I want to, I want record-breaking growth in anything that I do. And then you lie to yourself. And I want to talk about that because the only reason that we will lie to ourselves, and we all do it, we're all guilty of it. But the key is, how do you identify it in the now? You truly want to build your business. You want to build this business and take it to the next level. Well, how do you self-correct yourself in the now if you don't even know why you're here? Why are you here? Why did you join IBUUMERANG? If you don't know your why, if you can't get a solid foundation in your why, I question your future. I have seen people self-sabotage incredible things in life because they just didn't understand why they signed up. Why did you sign up for this relationship in IBUUMERANG? Why did you say, yes, I want to be an ambassador? Why? Is it because the person who showed it to you was just incredibly good? They're a great salesperson or they're a great presenter? Well, that's not good enough because you're not always going to have those individuals. Why for you? And this is a question for you. You have to do self-inventory with you. If you don't know you, you are going to let you down. And when you do let yourself down, you're not going to know how to respond to that because you haven't determined why. So in order for me to get into this training, I need you to associate with your why. Why did you say yes to IBUUMERANG? What did you see that made you say yes? This is what I call your personal defining moment, your PDM. Your personal defining moment is the moment you said yes. Holton Buggs, his personal defining moment is the moment when he saw a home-based business opportunity for the first time. And he said, yes. That's your personal defining moment. Your personal defining moment when you joined IBUUMERANG, the moment you said yes, that is your personal defining moment. Now, here's the power of your personal defining moment. In your personal defining moment, you're invincible. Why? Because mentally, you're only focused on a yes. When you are only focused on a yes, the no's, every no diminishes because you're focused on that yes, even though all the no's are still around you. All the obstacles, all the reasons that you should say no, it's still there. But for some reason, you were able to laser focus and tune in and find a yes. Why? Is it because you want to create an inheritance for your children's children? That's my why. It has always been my why. My why for being an IBUUMERANG, I wouldn't touch anything when it comes to opportunities and invite other people into it unless I was visualizing my children's children. So my why is so far ahead in the future that I can't give up. I can't throw in the towel. And the only reason that you would is because you're not standing on a solid foundation, and that's self-inventory. You've got to go within yourself and figure out, why am I here? What do I want from it? And what am I willing to start doing today to get those results? That's how you tap into you. So with all that being said, here's one of my favorite topics that I've taught on all over the world. And it's kind of one of those defining topics that has created me into who I am today. So this topic, I write about it in my book. As a matter of fact, my previous book, I write about it, but in this upcoming book, I go way more into great detail. And it's talking about a friend or a foe. And this may seem super simple to most people, and it may seem even almost like common sense, but sadly, common sense is not always commonly practiced. So I want to reintroduce you to common sense. Friend versus a foe. A friend of your future, where you're headed in iBoomerang, or a foe of your future of where you're headed in iBoomerang. If you say that June was your month to go Sapphire, you still have time, especially with the new promotions that we just announced. You still have time. Well, Johnny, how is it possible to go Sapphire and there's only a couple days left in the month? I've seen people sign up and on their first day, no network marketing experience at all, go Sapphire. So I know that it's possible. The question is it possible for you? Can you subscribe to the mindset? Can you subscribe to the possibilities of understanding? Listen, if somebody's going to do it, it might as well be me. If somebody's going to hit Sapphire in the next 3 days, it might as well be me. It's going to be someone. I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, there is somebody listening to me right now that they don't even understand what Sapphire is, and they'll hit Sapphire before July 1st. It happens all the time. Every day, every week, some new person starts rising up. They join the business and they just keep the fire going. And some of them have no networking experience at all. They're just participating in their why. So let's talk about this. Self-inventory. Why are you here? What do you want from this? And once you establish what you want, what are your friends and what are your foes to obtain that? Now, I know we're translating in multiple languages around the world right now. I know we have other groups from the Czech Republic, Russia. I mean, literally just all over the world right now, translating in separate rooms. So I'm slowing down because I'm going to jump into some stuff and I wanted to be able to translate to the masses. So a friend, here's a definition of a friend. Write this down. A friend is a person, it's a place or thing, kind of like a noun, person, place, or thing. It is a person, place, or thing. A friend is a person, place, or thing that's complementing where you say you want to go in iBoomerang in the next few days, in the next few months, in the next few years. It's a person, place, or thing. If you walk into this door, is walking through this door complementing where you say you want to go, or are you lying to you? If my goal was to quit smoking, I should not have access to cigarettes. If my job, if my desire and my passion is to lose weight, I've got to start making sacrifices of things that are not friendly to me losing weight. It's a friend, a person, place, or thing that's pushing me towards where I want to go in life. This flight school, this training is a friend of where you say you want to go. Every time you go to iboomhub.com, that is a friend complementing where you say you want to go. Every conversation that you have within your organization that's about inviting people to a presentation, that is a friend of where you say you want to go. Are you starting to understand this? Listen, the more you can hold yourself accountable in the now. Personal development, it's not for the future. Personal development is for the now. It's preparing for the now. My mentor, Les Brown, says it's better to be prepared and not called than it is to be called and not prepared. Personal development is preparation. Flight school, this is preparation. Why? Because we know the wind is going to come. We know the storm is going to come. But we also know that the sun is going to come. Rain is going to come. The question is, are you fortified to prepare for that? See, as a consumer, you don't really have to prepare. All you have to do is wait for them to prepare and then you make a purchase. That's a consumer. We are all consumers in some shape, form, or fashion. But I want to talk to the entrepreneur that's inside of you right now. I want to talk to that entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, we don't wait for everything to be okay. Waiting is not a friend of where we're going. Waiting is procrastination, and procrastination is the death of production. A friend is a person, place, or thing that's pushing you into your destiny of what you say you want from iBoomerang. The question is, what do you say you want? Have you had a conversation with yourself about what you want? What do you want IBUUMERANG to manifest for you in your life as a reality? And once you know what that is, it should always be in your face at all times. When I joined IBUUMERANG, I walked away from $180,000 a month in right now commissions. I walked away because of my personal beliefs, my personal integrity. I walked away because I knew it was the right thing to do. Painful, but it was the right thing to do. I will always stand on my morals before I stand on income. Because I know my why. I know who I am, and I'm not going to lie to myself in terms of where I'm going. So a friend is a person, place, or a thing that's pushing you in to your destiny. So what is a foe? What is an FOE? FOE. What is a foe? A foe is a person, place, or thing that's pulling you back from your destiny. It's a person, place, or thing that's distracting you from your destiny. That's a foe. So you have to do self-inventory. And as you're doing self-inventory, it's your responsibility to identify the foes and identifying your friends and then taking action. If I identify something that's a foe, let me tell you something. I know my personality type. I can't lie to Johnny. Johnny can't watch news all day. I can't. I just can't. It's not my personality type. I can watch news for maybe 15, 20 minutes and then watch it again later on. I never watch news right before I go to bed, nowhere near that time period. Why? Because that's a foe to where I need to go in life. It's too big of a distraction. Now, do I want to know things that are going on in the world? Absolutely. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author. I've got to know things that are going on because I want to empower people. How do you empower people if you don't know what's going on? But Johnny knows Johnny. If I spend too much time, the news starts watching me, and now the news is my foe. You got to know you. What conversations are you entertaining in your business that's a foe of where you say you want to go and IBUUMERANG? Why would you speak to somebody for more than 10 minutes after they say they're not interested? Especially if they insult you and your opportunity. When you insult me and my opportunity, that conversation is over instantly. It's over instantly. I'm not sticking around to defend IBUUMERANG. I'm not defending Holton. I'm not defending anything. Listen, I've been doing this business, this industry for 20 years. And I'm amazed on how still to this day, people will take information off a bathroom wall and think it's true. Do you know anybody can write on Google? You know anybody can write something that can be searched? That's a bathroom wall to me. The bathroom wall is a foe to where I'm headed in life. Some of you slow down in business because you saw something on a bathroom wall. That's your foe. Your foe is you focus on obstacles more than you focus on opportunity. When you focus on obstacles more than you focus on opportunity, what do you think you're going to manifest more of? As a man or a woman thinks in their heart, that's what they become. That's an ancient scripture. That was written way before technology. That was written way before electricity. As a man thinks in their heart, that's what they become. Are the things that you think about the most a friend of your future of IBUUMERANG, or is it a foe? Listen, you got to be honest with you. The worst thing that you could do in life and business is lie to you. Oh, everything's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay because you're entertaining obstacles more than you're entertaining opportunities. Oh, everything's great. You got this beautiful smile. You got the look, maybe you walked across the stage a few times. Maybe we let you host something a few times and you're still smiling like everything is okay. No, it's not. You're entertaining more obstacles than you are opportunities. And that's why you're struggling. I'm talking to me too. This is how Johnny talks to Johnny. Johnny, why aren't you, living at the life that you know for a fact that's attainable for you to live? And I could just start giving out excuses and giving out excuses. But here's what I know about success. You cannot have success and excuses at the exact same time. You got to make a decision. Which one do you want to let go? Excuses, that's a foe. That's an FOE. It is a person, place, or thing that's pulling you back. So if you focus on excuses, you got to let success go. You cannot have success and excuses at the exact same time simultaneously. At one point, you got to let one of them go and be faithful to that one. If you want to be faithful to excuses, stop talking to opportunity. Some of you are more faithful to excuses than you are opportunities, and that's why your life is full of excuses. Because the excuses is a foe, but you are treating that foe like it's a friend. When you talk about lack, when you talk about limitations, that is a foe. That's a conversation of a foe. Well, the reason we're not successful is because we don't have I decide in Greek writing yet. It hasn't been translated into Greece. That's why we're not successful. Oh, really? I have a team right now that's growing in Greece. They don't have one presentation presented by corporate IBUUMERANG produced for them. They're building their own. They're creating their own. Well, I wish we had, more presentations that catered to the South Pacific Islands. They're building their own. Well, why won't the company build it for them? That question itself is a foe. Well, when is Vibrides going to come to New Zealand? We don't know, but we're coming. You see the difference in my answer and somebody else's answer? Somebody else's answer was, well, when is it going to come to the UK? Here's my response. See, that is a faux response. A friend response, a friend of my future is, I don't know when we're coming to the UK, but we're coming. You think about any major company that has forcefully advanced and has growth around the world, they did not start out growing around the world. They started out in beta markets, testing the field so they can figure out the hiccups and the bumps before they take it to the world. That's just business. But you know what? Business isn't for everyone, especially if you just focused on excuses. So you got to ask yourself right now, am I being a friend of my 2020 success on IBUUMERANG? Or am I being a foe? A friend is a person, place, or thing that's pushing you towards your destiny. A foe, an FOE, is a person, place, or thing that's pulling you away. What distractions are you allowing to interrupt your business? Well, I don't want to participate in the World Series because I've never played baseball. What does that have to do with your business? Do you see how little bitty things can create a distraction and it begins to grow? Well, Johnny, not me. I'm not the type of person that will allow a distraction to grow inside me. Listen, that's deception. Think about the word deception. Would deception be deception if it were obvious? Think about that. Well, I could talk about negative stuff and be successful. That's deception. And it feels good. It feels empowering when you can argue against a truth and make it yours. You feel good inside by, I can hang around, I'm going to quit drinking, but I can go to a bar. No, you're in deception. Deception would not be deception if it were obvious. Typically, you're the last person to know you're being deceived, especially if it's self-deception. I want to be Sapphire. Cool. Let's go. Let's stay on that path. When you start entertaining obstacles and reasons that you can't hit Sapphire, those thoughts and those reasons are your foe. It's your FOE. Well, Johnny, how did you do it? I focus more on the friend and I begin to eliminate the foe as fast as I can identify them. Well, Johnny, I can't even get one person in my family to join my team. Listen, if you got family members in your team, blood relatives in your team that are building IBUUMERANG, wow. I don't have any. I don't have any. My daughter is in the business. My 18-year-old daughter is in the business. I signed her up. Yes, she has sponsored some people, but I signed her up. I got her started. I gave her a push. But other than that, I don't have one blood relative in my organization other than my daughter who I signed up. Think about that. You're complaining about the fact, how can I go diamond if not one of my family members are in IBUUMERANG with me? They all said no. Me too. Me too. I'm a black diamond in IBUUMERANG, and my family said no to me. I didn't join the business for my family. I want them to come, but I don't need them. See, you cannot make decisions in this industry based on who you need. I make decisions in this industry based on what I can create. Come here, Michael Jex. Yeah, I know that, you're on unemployment right now. And I know you got a brand new daughter. But if you give me 3 years of your life, I'll show you how to make millions. I create success stories. I don't look for them. I help create them. Well, how can we go get top money earners from other companies and bring them over to IBUUMERANG? That thinking alone is a foe. Would you go to a marriage conference and recruit a spouse? That's how I feel about it. How I feel about somebody who wants to take a leader from another company, you're the exact same person that would go to a marriage conference looking for a spouse. A marriage conference. They're there with their spouse. And here you come shopping as somebody who's already committed. I never focus on leaders in other companies. If they call me, if they contact me, I'll have a conversation, but I'm not shopping for leaders from other companies. As a matter of fact, here's the danger of bringing over leaders from other companies. You bring over a leader from another company, the danger is the same way they came could be the same way they leave. Listen, there's not one leader in network marketing that I could not financially incentivize to join my team. I could afford to pay them a bonus to come join me. I could afford that, but why would I do that? The same way I get them over here is the same way somebody else is going to get them away from me. I don't want to duplicate that. I don't want to put somebody on stage and make them a shining star because they had a great 90 days. But the truth is I paid them to join my team and now they're gone because somebody else paid them to leave me. I would much rather have somebody join my team that's 18 years old, can't even spell MLM, and they're committed to the cause of IBUUMERANG, and I will turn that person into the next Holton Bugs, the next Fernanda. I create leaders. That's the thinking of a friend. Thinking of a foe is, I need to go find leaders. No, leaders rise. You can't find a leader. They rise. They expose themselves. Are you a friend of your future of IBUUMERANG, or are you entertaining more foes of your future of IBUUMERANG? Well, Johnny, I just can't get past this COVID-19 thing. I get it. I understand. We're all dealing with this. But the question is COVID-19 a foe, a mental foe of why you're not building? Because while you're not building, guess what? There are other people who are. Here's how I make my scenario. How I make my scenario for me is anytime I think of an excuse, I look to see if somebody else is doing it. I heard Ed Blunt say this one time. Ed Blunt said, don't distract people who are doing it with your excuses of why it won't work. Isn't that amazing? I have people who want to distract my production with the excuses of why it's not working for them. We're in the same company, same compensation plan, same product, same owners, same everything. The only difference is his mindset. It's a belief system. See, I stand very solid on a foundation of where I'm headed. I am not in IBUUMERANG for 1 year, 2 years, not even 5 years. I'm here for decades and beyond. I have to think that way. That's a friend of my future. Well, Johnny, there are companies that are starting to launch that are copying IBUUMERANG. We told you that was going to happen. That's always going to happen. People only copy what they like. People only copy. You know, copying IBUUMERANG is a confession of, wow, you guys are doing it better than us. That's basically what they're saying. Wow. Well, there's another company that's going to have a rideshare company. Listen to me. It costs more money to run a rideshare company than it costs to run a network marketing company. So you got somebody who claiming that they're opening up their own rideshare company. You better check their bank account. I know what Holton and Earlene's worth. You're listening to the people who are parked. We got a rideshare company. Yeah, but you're parked. You're just copying us. See, I'm already prepared for any obstacle that you want to throw my way because I know where I'm headed, and where I'm headed is way bigger than your no. See, an obstacle to me is just a no. Well, Johnny, no. This is just not a no. This is a big obstacle. That's just a no. No, Johnny, I really need you to hear this. It's a no. I don't have to hear it. That's somebody who's arguing for their limitations. That's a foe. Anybody who distracts where I'm headed is a foe. Well, Johnny, don't you care? Yes, I care about where I'm headed. I don't care about where you're going back. I got to set people free. I got to make this happen. Well, Johnny, how do I get this? How do I get that kind of inner strength, that inner faith? I surround myself around the thinking that outthinks me. The number one reason that you find yourself struggling on a daily basis is because you're suffering because you're listening to your own voice too much. And you're allowing voices to take you down even further and faster because you're entertaining them. Remember, when you entertain obstacles, you're going to get more obstacles. As a man thinks in their heart, that's what they become. It's the law of attraction. If you search for obstacles and reasons it won't work, that's exactly why it's not working. Because you're spending more time focused on obstacles than you are opportunity. Well, Johnny, how are you doing this? I've got faith in where we're headed. See, we are a ground floor opportunity. If you ever watch one of my presentations, I do presentations for me, not for anybody else. I got to remind me of why I'm here. I repeat things in a presentation to empower myself. Why? Because Johnny's human too. Oh, we ain't heard from Holton Bugs in the last 6 seconds. Where is he? Are we going out of business? Nah, he's just chilling in the backyard with his wife. That's it. You see how the mind works? The mind will create a boogeyman in the closet that never even existed. That's what I see a lot of people doing. A lot of people who said, I'm going to be a leader of IBUUMERANG. And then they put a boogeyman in the closet that was never there. How many of you have a boogeyman in the closet right now that doesn't even exist? Because your Uncle Cornbread told you we weren't going to work. When you borrow somebody else's opinions, you have to take their lifestyle too. So I think I'm going to follow the opinions of Holton and Erling Bugs because that's the lifestyle I want. Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? It is a friend of where you're going, or is it a foe? Well, Johnny, can you jump into the how-tos on how to recruit? Why would I even go there if you can't identify your friends or your foes? You got to be a friend of where you're headed. And that leads me to my next topic. Are you swinging the bat? Now that you understand the difference between a friend and a foe, and you have made a commitment, I'm going to focus on the things that are feeding my future, not starving my future. Everything you focus on is going to feed your future or it's going to starve your future. You've got to identify the things that are starving your future. And now that you understand, listen, in the now, I'm going to make in the now decisions to push me towards my destiny. Now what? You just swing. I love the fact that we call it the World Series. Now listen, I've never played an organized sport in my life other than Pee Wee baseball. I played Pee Wee baseball maybe for a few months. And after that, I played street ball. Street ball, you don't know what that is, basketball, football, whatever it is. I never played an organized sport. So for those of you who don't understand this, I am with you, trust me. But I don't have to understand it. There's only one thing that I know that I need to do to win, and that's swing. So the question is, are you swinging? Swinging what? I don't care if it's a tennis racket, a cricket bat, a baseball bat, a golf club, whatever it is. Mentally, whatever item you have to swing mentally to make it make sense, are you swinging? Here's what I know. You show me the top producers of this week, personally producing, I'll show you somebody who's just swinging a heck of a lot more than other people are. That's it. They're not better than you. They're just swinging more. Wayne Gretzky said this, played hockey. Legendary hockey player. I don't watch hockey, but I love motivational quotes. He said, 100% of every shot never taken never goes in. So you show me somebody, you show me the top 5 recruiters for this week, I will show you somebody who swung more, who just swung the bat way more times than anybody else. No, Johnny, they signed up everybody they talked to. No, they did not. Trust me. Nobody does. But I will tell you this, they swung more than you. I have people who get super excited about one person on a conference call. And that one person say no, and now you're emotional roller coaster. Here's how some people look to me. Let's just say this is a roller coaster. This is how some people look to me. Hey, Johnny, I got somebody on the conference call, and now you're way up here. Your excitement level's way up here because you got one person on the conference call. And they got off the call early. They didn't even finish the presentation. Now you're down here, you're all depressed. So how did you go from here to here? Because you only swung at one person. That feels like disaster. When one person says no and you only have one person looking, that feels like the murder of success. Because you only have one person. You only swung once. 100% of every shot never taken never goes in. 100% of every swing that's never taken never hits anything. 100% of every shot never taken never goes in. Michael Jordan missed way more shots than he've ever made. Any great athlete, any great legendary athlete missed way more shots than they ever made. What's the difference? They just kept shooting. That's why I like Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo, when Dory, you just keep swimming. What do I do now? You just keep swimming. How do I know when I get there? I don't know when we're going to get there. We just got to keep swimming. But what if it doesn't work? It's none of my business if it doesn't work. It's only my business to keep swimming, to keep swinging. The question is, are you swinging? Well, Johnny, I don't want to swing until I know how to do the presentation. That is a conversation with a foe. You have agreed with your foe. The worst thing you can do is agree with your foe. Well, I have to believe in everything before I show somebody something. That's a conversation for a foe. Let me prove it to you. Walk into your job on your first day of work and tell your employer, please don't pay me anything until I believe everything about this company. If you wouldn't do it as an employee, why would you do that as an entrepreneur? Well, I don't want to tell anybody about IBUUMERANG until I know when Vibe Rides is coming to New York. Would you say that to your employer on your first day at work? No, it's a job. No, it's a thinking. It's not a job. It's a thinking. You don't think when you go to work, but you think about things when you are an entrepreneur that has nothing to do with your success. You got to make a decision. Are you going to entertain the conversations of the foe? Or are you going to entertain the conversations of the friend? A friend is a person, place, or thing that's pushing you towards your destiny. A foe is a person, place, or thing that's pulling you away. And as long as you entertain a foe, you are pulling yourself away from where you said you wanted to go. Listen, there are times in my life that I have sacrificed on a level that most people can't even understand. There are years in my life that I can't remember going out. I can't remember hanging out with my friends. I honestly don't know if I did. And I think about that and I'm like, man, there are at least 2 or 3 years where people just didn't see me. They didn't see me. I didn't even buy new clothes because nobody was going to see me. I was in a grind. I was in a hustle. I was going hard. I was participating in my own rescue. I was complimenting myself and being a friend of where I said I was going to go. What are you willing to give up so you can get up? That's a question of a friend. Just the simple conversations you have. It's a friend conversation or it's a foe conversation. Johnny, I feel you, man. This is good stuff. But how do I get there? You subscribe. You subscribe. Johnny, subscribe to what? You subscribe to the possibility that it's for you. You unsubscribe to the obstacles that can stop you. And you resubscribe to the opportunities. What the heck is Johnny talking about right now? If I told you what success really was, would you listen? Somebody type over here. I'm looking at both sides. What is success to you? How about to get some good free stuff right now? What is success to you? Somebody tell me what success is. What is your definition? Don't get wordy on me. Freedom. Okay. I like that. Freedom. To live the way I want. All right. Tell the truth. I like it. Never giving up on success. Freedom, freedom, peace. You know what? The older I get, the more the definition of success is peace for me. It used to be freedom. It still is freedom. But man, peace is coming up very quickly. Foundation, time, and financial freedom, happiness. I love it. All right. What if I told you, I'm not going to tell you. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Should I tell you? Should I tell him what success really is? I said, tell us, please. But you're not going to believe it. I don't like wasting my time. I'm like wasting my time. I can't cast my pearls among swine, people who don't, who just going to gobble it up and not take it serious. I said, tell us. Come on, Johnny. All right. Okay, stop typing. I need you to pay attention. Success. Let me see what Facebook is saying over here. They're going crazy over here. What is success? Okay, I'm going to tell you, but it doesn't mean you're going to listen. Success is a frequency. That's all it is. Success is a frequency. It's not a bank account. It's a frequency. My question to you is, have you tapped into the frequency? You show me somebody who's drowning in debt. I'll show you somebody who's tuned into the frequency of debt, poverty, lack, scarcity. The only reason you wouldn't swing the bat and talk to somebody about IBUUMERANG is because the frequency is not on success. Your frequency is on limitations. Your frequency is what if it doesn't work? My frequency is what if it does work? What if we do become the biggest company in the world? What if somebody joins on my street and signs everybody up and I didn't? That's my frequency. My frequency is, if you don't do it, Johnny, somebody else will. What's your frequency? Well, I'm not going to swing the bat, Johnny, until everything's perfect. That is a frequency of scarcity. You cannot have success and scarcity at the exact same time. One of them you have to let go. You can't even hold them at the same time. They're different frequencies. Success, my friends, is the frequency. Where you are right now, let's just say my room, the room that I'm in right now. This is a movie room. In this room, in the room that you are in right now, I don't care if you're driving, I don't care if you're on the subway, I don't care where you are. Right now, this very second, there are hundreds of thousands of frequencies that are all around you. Right now. HBO is a frequency. CNN News is a frequency. Your favorite radio station, that's a frequency. Your favorite podcast, that's a frequency. These are frequencies that are all around us right now. Like right now, while I'm talking to you, Fox News is in this room right now. CNN is in this room right now. ABC television is in this room right now. BBC is in this room right now. While I'm talking to you right now, all around me are frequencies that I can't appreciate because I'm not tuned in. But the truth is, I can use this remote control right now and start tuning into frequencies that are in my room. This remote control will give me access to frequencies in this room. What remote control are you holding right now? See, if I tune in right now to Fox News, it's going to come on because I chose to tune into that frequency. The question is, was the frequency in the room before I grabbed the remote? Yes. Frequencies are all around us everywhere we go. It's not the channel that I'm tuned into. It's the fact that the frequency was always there before I tuned in. Success has always been around you, and so has failure. Debt has always been around you, and so has abundance. If you are living a life of debt right now, I 100% guarantee you it's because you have tuned into the frequency of debt. As a man thinks in their heart, that's what they become. Whatever you entertain the most will ultimately manifest. See, debt is a foe. It's a frequency and it's a foe. If you truly desire to be successful, you truly want this thing called success, the simplest way to get there is change the freaking channel. If you're not experiencing the abundance in your business that you wanted to experience in the month of June 2020, it has nothing to do with COVID-19. It has nothing to do with everything that's going on in the world. It has everything to do with the frequency that you're tuned into. You cannot have somebody go sapphire in 72 hours or in the last 72 hours and your business went backwards and you're going to blame the company. You're going to blame the compensation plan. You're going to blame the product. You're going to blame technology. You're going to blame customer support. No, blame your frequency. Somebody changed your station. It's not true. You changed the station. Well, Johnny, I find myself having to save my people every day. People who are threatening to quit every day. That has nothing to do with you. Everything they do, they threaten to quit. That's their frequency. They're on the frequency of quitting. That's why they quit. They're not quitting IBUUMERANG. They're not quitting you. They're tuned into a frequency called quitting. I have had every reason based on logic to go get a real job at some point in my life. But I couldn't tune into that frequency. I couldn't tune into that frequency. So my question to you right now is, are you a friend or are you a foe? And when you identify the fact friend or foe, how fast do you eliminate that foe? Well, Johnny, I like going to this place. You now are the foe. The frequency that you tuned into is on you. If you really want this thing to work, just change the frequency. Success is in the room with you right now, but I can't help you turn it. You have to pick up the remote. The reality is, here's what's crazy is, you actually are the remote. You're the remote control. Well, Johnny, I just can't stay positive. You know what you just told me? You have tuned into negativity so long that you forgot it was you that changed the station. The same thing that makes you smile and the same thing that makes you cry is the frequency has been in the room all the time, no matter what. You just changed the station. I know this may be a little heavy for people, but I believe that this talk will raise up diamonds faster than ever. I really do. I believe that this type of conversation, it may not be for directors. It may not be for people who are happy at Sapphire. This is to piss people on who are at Sapphire. Because anybody who's Sapphire could be Diamond. The only thing that changes for them when you hit Sapphire, the question is, why did you change the station? Why did you stay there? How could you just hit Sapphire and slow down to celebrate and stay on that station so long that you forgot that the exact same thing that got you to Sapphire is what gets you to Diamond? You just got to do it again and faster and stronger and harder, but you changed the station to Sapphire when your original station was Diamond. Oh, no. They recognize you at Sapphire. We get to walk across the stage at Sapphire. I made it. No. You made it to a new station that you're locked on that was never meant for you to stay there. This kind of talk, this kind of thinking will catapult you far beyond what you're experiencing right now in this business. Why? Because the only thing that changes for all of us is the frequency that we decide to choose to tune into. Hate is a frequency. Hate is all around me right now. I don't feel it because I'm not tuned in. Poverty is a frequency. It's all around me right now. It's everywhere. It's all around you. I just don't feel it because I'm not tuned in. Every reason that I should say no. Every reason that I should say it won't work. Every reason. Why would you walk away from $180,000 a month to join a startup company, Johnny? That frequency has always been in the room. I'm just not listening. Show me somebody whose business is going backwards. I'll show you someone who changed the station. You changed your frequency. You changed your frequency. It has nothing to do with your ability. You listen to the conversation of the foe. The same person who went diamond gets locked out of their back office one time and they start questioning the opportunity. You just changed your frequency. The opportunity never changed. So my question to you is, you want to run some bases? You want to swing the bat? You want to hit some balls? Stay on the frequency of success. It's just a frequency. It's not a manifestation. Success is not, listen, I'm giving you my good stuff now. Success is not a destination. Black Diamond is not a destination. It's the evidence of where I'm headed. It's the evidence of success. I didn't join IBUUMERANG to go Black Diamond. Are you crazy? I didn't join IBUUMERANG to be a diamond for more than 60 days. To be blue diamond for more than 4 or 5 months. That's just not me. I don't park. I cannot stay on a frequency of Black Diamond. I can't. I'm not wired that way. So for those of you who choose to stay on the frequency of Sapphire, why? When the exact same, what it takes to become diamond is exactly what it takes to become Sapphire. It's just more of it. So why would you stay on the frequency of Sapphire when it takes exactly the exact same thing to go diamond? How long are you going to celebrate? How long are you going to be parked? So, oh man, I thought Sapphire, I thought I was doing something. You are doing something. I thought Sapphire should be celebrated. It should be celebrated. But how long do you want to stay on that frequency? How long do you want to stay on the frequency of being a director, a ruby, an emerald? You show me somebody who's emerald. Every emerald has what it takes to become a Black Diamond. 100%, 100%. The question is, what frequency are you on? If success is a frequency, so is doubt. We have been searching for this thing called success our entire lives. And the truth is, it's always been there. When I lived in a battered women's shelter, success was around me. When I had a felony arrest as a teenager and I was in jail, success was around me. When I was at the hospital yesterday and my stepfather was having a triple bypass surgery, success was all around me. When I had surgery back in December, right after joining IBUUMERANG, I was on my back for 6 weeks. Success was all around me. When my father died, September 1st, 2019, success was all around me. Obstacles. Johnny, how can you see success in the midst of an obstacle? Because success is just a frequency. Whatever station you tune into, that's the manifestation of your life. You show me somebody who's in severe debt right now, I'll show you somebody for the last 5 years that have been who has tuned into the frequency of debt. You may look good. Your closet may be fresh. You may even have a nice house or a nice car. But if you're in debt to impress other people, that's a dangerous frequency. It's a very dangerous frequency. Because it ultimately puts you in a situation of a massive hole you got to dig yourself out of. So I'm saying all that to say this. Even though I should entertain obstacles, I've got to stay on the frequency of success. I've got to stay on the frequency of opportunity. You want to swing the bat harder than you've ever swung before in your life? Focus on the frequency of success. You want to be able to eliminate the foes in your life as fast as possible? Stay on the frequency of success. Foes cannot stay around the frequency of success. They got you. They're just not comfortable. It's not comfortable. You know what? Be honest with you. I don't have a lot of friends that I hang out with on a normal basis that smoke cigarettes. And it's not because I wouldn't hang out with them. They don't feel comfortable around me because I don't smoke. It's not my frequency. You attract your frequency. So if you're a negative person, it's because you have entertained the frequency of negativity so long that you don't even know you're being negative. You just think you're on your favorite station. Oh, I'm just listening to my favorite song. Your favorite song is negative. It's the song that's playing in your head over and over and over again. What if it doesn't work? What if this is not real? What if IBUUMERANG doesn't last? What if Vibrise doesn't come to my country? What if the travel? Listen, if that's your frequency, I guarantee you won't be successful here and probably nowhere. That's the type of person that has to have a full-time job working for somebody else for the rest of their life because they depend more on what they can see in the reality of a faithful paycheck than they can a frequency of the future for themselves. Success is a frequency, people. It has never been an item. Success is how you feel, and how you feel manifests your reality. Do you think Holton Bugs made $100 million in 10 years as a distributor in the field like us because he was focused on obstacles? Or do you think he did it because he was focused on opportunity? Well, he's just incredibly talented and incredibly skillful. If I was Holton, if I had what Holton has inside of him, I would be successful too. You do have it. You are it. The question is, when are you going to turn the station back to success? It's always been there. It's always been around you. When we finish this call in a few minutes, I got a question that I want you to ask yourself every day. What station am I on right now? What frequency am I plugged into before I share this opportunity? Before I call the next person, what frequency am I on? See, when you're on the frequency of success, one person on a conference call, that's not a make or break. You have 10 people on a call. So the one person who doesn't finish the presentation, it doesn't matter. You have 9 other people there. That's a frequency of success. If your frequency was all on one person, you're controlled by somebody else's thinking. In every conversation you have, somebody's dancing, somebody's playing the music. It's your job to play the music. It's your job to get people to dance to what you want to show them. And if they don't dance, it's none of your business. You just keep swinging. You keep swinging. Well, Johnny, how many times do I got to swing the bat? I don't know. How many bases do I have to get on for me to go diamond? I don't know. Nobody knows. There's no formula to go diamond. The only formula to go diamond is swing the bat. What do you mean swing the bat? Show the deal. Every time you introduce somebody to IBUUMERANG, that's you swinging the bat. Well, Johnny, what if I don't hit the ball? Hitting the ball is none of your business. It's only your business to swing the bat. Wondering if you're going to hit the ball is changing the frequency. Swinging the bat is success. Wondering if you're going to hit the ball is changing the frequency of success. Sometimes how is none of your business. Sometimes when is none of your business. Well, Johnny, what is my business? Your business is to never stop swinging. Swing the bat. I guarantee you, the person who has the most personal recruits of ambassadors in IBUUMERANG, I guarantee you, they swung the bat more times than you did. That's it. It's the only difference. You really want to be successful in this thing? Go out and get 100 no's in the next 72 hours. Get 100 people to say no to IBUUMERANG in the next 72 hours. I'll see your name on the board. I'll see you hitting bases. I'll see you getting these bonuses, especially the new bonuses we just laid out. Just swing. Like Dory said, just keep swimming. Just keep swinging. That's a frequency. That's a frequency of success. So success, it's not a destination. You think $100 million in commissions that Holton Bugs make, do you think that's his definition of success? Or do you think that's the direction of success? Success is never a destination. It's a direction. It's just a little tweaking of the mind that creates a monster inside of you that never gives up. And this whole call was designed just to tweak, not to fix you. You wouldn't be on this call if you needed to be fixed. There's something right about you. Anybody who makes it on a call this long, there's something right already about you. There's a lot right about you. It's just a little tweaking. If I can just tweak that frequency to get you to tune back into the possibilities versus the obstacles, now we're on the destination of success. Listen, negative thinking is a frequency. Well, Johnny, what if it's real? It is real. It's a real frequency. Whatever you focus on most will expand in your life all the way around. So I'm challenging you to end your June with a massive boom. Plug into the frequency of success right now. It's all around you and it's waiting. It's saying, listen, I never left you. I was here. Johnny, when you lived in a battered women's shelter, when you were homeless, I was right there waiting for somebody to tune into me. Johnny, when you lived in the projects, when you were raised around gangs and violence and drugs your entire life, when you dibbled and dabbled as a teenager, success is saying, I was always there. I was just waiting for you to tune into me. You want to go diamond? Success is right now looking at you saying, I'm here. I've always been here. Just tune back into me. I won't let you down. It's a frequency, people. The only reason people call me successful is because I've just tuned into a frequency. They have no idea what they're talking about. Johnny Wimbrey is successful. They have no idea what they're talking about. What they should be saying is, this guy had every reason to tune into the frequency of failure. He has every reason to be in prison with his brother right now. He has every reason to be a deadbeat dad. He has every reason. But the frequency of all of that, even though it's been around me my entire life, I don't hear it because I'm not tuned in. What are you tuning into, people? I desire that every single one of you that are listening to me right now, that you'll tune into the frequency of success. There's one other thing I want to leave you with, because I know this is heavy. I know it's a lot, but I want to uplift you just for a second before I turn it back over. I'm sitting in a chair right now. Chances are you're sitting somewhere. And if you're super excited, you're probably standing up. And this chair represents faith. When's the last time you walked into a room and you looked under the chair, you picked it up, you did this, you walked in and you're like, man, I'm sure this chair is going to hold me. It's going to hold me up. You know, am I going to hurt myself if I sat in it? When's the last time you did that? Probably never. How could you walk into a strange place you've never been to and you set your little happy butt in a chair that you've never sat in before? You have no history that this chair is going to hold you up. There's no factual information that says, Johnny, you can trust this chair. But we do it all day, every day. We walk in and we sit down, knowing 100% certain that the chair is going to hold us up. Some of you have more faith in a chair than you do your own abilities. This is a man-made object. You are a God-made object. Never put more faith in a God, in a man-made object than you do a God-made you. Just like you have faith in a chair, it's going to hold you up every time you sit in it. Every time you sit in a chair for the rest of your life, I want you to remember this. Wow, I really trusted this chair. Do I trust chairs more than I trust my own abilities? Do I put more faith into a man-made object than me, a God-made object? Listen, you make me a giant in your eyes. Johnny Wimbrey, Black Diamond, Johnny Wimbrey, best-selling author, Johnny Wimbrey, motivational speaker. See, you make me a giant in your eyes. Just like you make a chair a giant in your eyes. When you sit in a chair without checking it out, that's a lot of faith. It's a lot of faith that's going to hold you up. Why don't you have faith that you're going to hold you up? Johnny, I do want to swing the bat, but what do? You just start swinging. Well, what if it doesn't work? What if the chair doesn't work? Well, Johnny, I want to tune into the frequency of success, but get off your butt. Your butt is your foe. There is no but. I want to be successful. I want to tune into the frequency of success, and I'm going to swing the bat to prove it. That was a conversation of a friend. There's no buts. When you say but, you canceled everything that you said before that. You never walk into the room and say, I'm going to sit in that chair, but what if it doesn't work? Get off your butts and have faith in yourself. Swing the bat. Stay on the frequency of success. Eliminate as many foes in your life as you can starting today. Any person, place, or thing that's limiting your thinking, your ability, or your faith in yourself, you cut that off and you start marching down the street of success. It's a frequency that's always been around you. And I'm giving it back to you right now. Go swing the bat in June with a massive boom. Participate in what you say you want IBUUMERANG to manifest for you. The frequency's all around you right now. It's waiting for you to tune back in. Go get it. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'll turn it back over, I believe, to corporate. More importantly, guys, go swing, go swing, go swing, go swing, and stay on that frequency of success. Thank you, guys. God bless.